where I thought Nunes would go so that I Nunes take it on by himself, but then we look for them.
Big up, everybody. Big up. This is Solo P1 on Keep It Sports. We're going to bring in my Colkies, my partner in crime, TOTO! Abba! How's it going?
Big up, man.
How's it going, bro?
Yeah, it's going well. It's going well, man, as always. Yeah, it's been a pretty chill day for me. News again coming out. Newcastle fans crying all over the internet. But yeah, it is what it is, man.
Yeah. So, everybody who's joining us today, I want you to, you know what I'm going to say? You've been here long enough. Smack those like buttons. Stop what you're doing. Like the video. It's free. It gets us out there in the algorithm and it helps us out. So, we're also live on TikTok as well. Or for all the TikTokers, remember, I recommend it. Like it as well. Just keep spamming the likes on TikTok. We appreciate it. We've got people piling in on TikTok as well. Big up to everybody on TikTok and big up to everybody on Twitch as well. We're also live on Twitch. So, Toto Hammer. I know the news hasn't been as busy as yesterday. You know what? Just forget about the news for now. I was watching Talk Sport over there, and you know what? Big up to Jamie O'Hara, man. He just calls it the way it is. You get me? Some pundits don't really, call it the way it is, and he just calls it the way it is, man. And I think Newcastle are just embarrassing. Their club is just embarrassing. The way they've orchestrated the whole thing, and I truly believe that some of it was planned. You get me? I said it yesterday in the video. I just can't believe that you link to 7 players and you can't get one of them done. You get me? I just do not believe that. I do not trust them. I do not trust them at all. You get me? Because they're in the Champions League. Yeah, they're in the Champions League. And they know their only hope of even qualifying out of the group stage, which I think is going to be impossible anyway, is holding on to Isaac. I do not care what anybody says. If people say, oh, you're reaching too far. I believe that all this is planned by them because they don't want to let Isaac go. Okay? There's some sort of deal going on in the back, and it's all planned to try and hold on to Isaac, in my opinion, Toto. What do you think about that, bro?
Yeah, I reckon this is deliberately running down the clock. You know, the transfer window ends soon. I think, when does it end? 2 weeks? Or next week?
No, it's 10 days now, 10, 11 days.
It's about one and a half, if that, weeks, right? It's coming to the end of the transfer window. Liverpool still haven't put in their bid in yet. Newcastle setting a high offer because they think Liverpool won't offer that. And Newcastle know what they're doing with this situation. That statement yesterday was a very, very weak statement, in my opinion. Very, very weak statement for Newcastle, saying they care about, the other players' use. And if they really did care, they would let Isak go because Isak made a promise and they broke that promise. And now this is why it's going downhill. Some people don't include that context though. Some people just think, he deserves to rot in the reserves. Like, there's a reason why Isak is openly critiquing his club. It's because Isak and Newcastle made a promise ages ago, but the majority of the media, the majority of the fans, especially the Newcastle fans, even rival fans, didn't know that. They didn't know that they made an agreement. This is why everything's been going everywhere now. And as soon as that come out, Newcastle fans still think the same. Is that, let him rot in the reserves? No, I think it's out of order what Newcastle's doing.
They're not going to let him rot in the reserves.
It was out. I know, but that's what the Newcastle fans want, don't they? That's what Newcastle.
Again, it don't even make any sense. Does
it don't make any sense because how are you going to improve your squad if you don't sell him? This is what I don't get. You want to improve your squad. You're in the big boy Champions League now, yeah, and you still haven't improved your squad. Yeah, you brought a Langer. Yeah, you brought a centre back.
Yeah.
What you think that's going to do for the Champions League now?
And a goalkeeper that got that Ramsey in it.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper.
Newcastle need a lot of work on that team. They think they're going to survive in the Champions League with the team they've got. Yeah, they're thinking somewhere else. They're thinking elsewhere because this is the same team in the Champions League, which it was, I think a couple years ago in the Champions League when they got grouped, when it was the group stage.
Yeah,
they got grouped, and it's exactly the same team. Yeah, they brought a Langer, they brought two signings. You go into Champions League scene and you're buying 2 signings, and you're more concentrated on Isak, right?
Yeah.
And you want a happy dressing room, get rid of him then. And I don't get it. Why would you want to keep? Now, what I'm hearing now, that some Newcastle fans saying that Isak's not our best player. I've heard a couple say that, and it's absolutely delusional. It is delusional. Isak is your best player. If it weren't for Isak, yeah,
they wouldn't have made the Champions League.
Yeah, exactly. He's the one who scored most of your goals. Yeah, you got the team around him. We get it. Yeah, but the thing is, we can put it into simple terms. They made a promise to Isak. So this is why Isak, right, is openly critiquing the club. Because they made a promise and they broke the promise. I swear, if someone makes a promise to me and then breaks it last minute and says, no, you're not going, you're under contract, and pulls them ones, I'll be pissed.
Let me just address this one. Big up to Niall Powell. He says, why would you sell your top goal scorer? Listen to your arguments. Well, we had a top goal scorer. We had a top player called Coutinho, and we sold him. So hold that. Go ahead, Toto.
Plus, Isak didn't even want to play for you, so that goes out the window as well.
Yeah.
American Scouser. Why is everyone saying that Isak dream's over? Not that I would be devastated, but this is just Newcastle trying to say, it's not over yet because there's still days.
We're going to buy him in the summer.
There's still days in the transfer window. There's still days left in the transfer window. It's not over, right? And even if they look, I'm speaking in general now. In my opinion, I think we're getting in this transfer window, and I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to it. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'll come out here say I'm wrong. I don't really care, right? If it's not this transfer window, it's going to be next transfer window. Either way, we're going to get him. He only wants Liverpool. The key word, only. He only wants Liverpool. He's got his personal trainer. He's got his personal football trainer. He's got his dietitian. He's a professional footballer. He can easily just play without a club. Just train without a club, you know.
Big up to LFC Port as well. Big up to LFC Port in the house. Welcome to the channel again. Thanks for your continued support. Big up to American Scouser. Reese said Isak dream is over. Cool. And American Scousers retaliated. Why exactly? So nothing's changed for me. Not all this is just PR. They've come out in the media. Lost the old club, Newcastle. They've come out in the media and have said he's not for sale. And also, another thing what came out in the media today. And by the way, most of these media I don't believe anyway. A lot of them just make crap up just to get clicks. I get it. Let's do this one. This one here. So it says on here. Let's move this camera angle. Can you read that, Toto?
Yeah, I can read that.
Hold on, do that one.
So yeah, if Newcastle were able to land Wishing in the next few days, and I am expecting it within the next couple of days, and Liverpool came to the table offering £130 million, and Newcastle might have a decision to make. We just got to pay the money. Pay the money. We're getting by the end of the window. And yes, I will stick to my opinion of we will get him by the end of the window.
I'm not wavering. I'm still the same. Never change.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. I'm sticking to it. We're getting him by the end of the window.
All this is, right, guys, all this is Newcastle's way of saying they want more money. That's all it is. Newcastle want more money, and this is what they're doing now. They're not going to come out and accept the first offer that was presented to them. That doesn't make sense. So if you want to come into the channel and you want to start saying that we ain't going to get him, fair enough. That's your opinion. That's your opinion.
I can't stop people from their own opinions.
That's your opinion. It is what it is. But my opinion is that we're still going to get Isaac. I haven't changed. I'm with American Scouser. I'm with all the other people in the chat room. I haven't changed. We're still going to get Isaac. Isaac doesn't want to be at Newcastle, just like Wizard doesn't want to be at Brentford. And there will be a deal. And he says on the Anfield sector, if Newcastle will be able to land Wizard in the next few days, and I'm expecting a bid from the next couple of days, and Liverpool came to the table offering 130 million, then Newcastle might have a decision to make. This is from Keith, that Keith guy from the Newcastle journalist, works for Sky. So at the end of the day, I'm going to hold that. And I still think there's a deal to be made.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Still
If you're a Liverpool fan and you're just doom and gloom and you do not think this is going to happen, that's your prerogative, isn't it? That's your prerogative and that's your opinion. But my opinion, I'm a positive guy. You get me? I'm a positive guy, not delusional, positive. And I still think that we're going to get Isaac this summer. I haven't changed. I'm not going to waver. I'm not going to go back on my words. Like a lot of these YouTubers are doing now. These YouTubers that stood up for the cause at Newcastle that we was going to land Isaac. Some of them are doubling back. Not me. I'm still the same. And if we don't get Isaac, I'll put my hand up and say I was wrong. But I truly believe 99% that we are going to get Isaac this summer. Not in January. I'm not switching the goalpost saying we're going to get him in January or next summer. No, I'm saying we are going to get him this summer because Isaac does not want to be at Newcastle. It's very simple. He wants to win trophies and he wants to be remembered as one of the best goal scorers in Premier League history. And he won't get that right if he doesn't win the Premier League. He wants to be at a Premier League club. He knows he's going to win stuff. And that's it. It's very simple, really. Very simple. And if you don't agree with me, I don't care either way. Everybody's got their opinion. This is what we like about this channel. People's got their opinion. And everybody's opinion on this channel is respected. We've got 60 people coming in on TikTok as well. Big up to Declan on TikTok as well. Big up to you, bro. Thanks for watching. LFC fan, I can see he's the logo. But yeah, that's how I think, Toto. I haven't changed, and I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm not going to carry away. We are still going to get Isaac in the summer. And if the window closed and he was still a Newcastle player and he starts playing for Newcastle, which I doubt it anyway, all they're doing is losing money. Either way, we win. Either way, we win. Because when January comes, when they're sick of him, when he doesn't want to kick a ball, or if he's on the football pitch or pretends to be sick or pretends to be injured like Coutinho do, when it comes to January, you think Liverpool's going to offer 110 million? Nah, the price would be 100 then, or 90. Either way, they lose money. Very simple. So if they want a sick ninja on their hands, the terminology is sick ninja. That's basically a player that doesn't want to be there. If they want a sick ninja on their hands, that's up to them.
It's just a simple solution.
Either way, we win.
It's a simple solution. Yeah, and it's not like you can just spawn money out of nowhere. It's a PFA rules now. It's basically a cost cap. It's a cost cap like in Formula 1. Now it's a cost cap. It's like in the Premier League now, yeah? If you want to get players, you've got to sell your player. 130 million. And I think if a Newcastle fan or any Newcastle fans are standing in Isaac's position, you made a promise, right? And they break the promise, then you're gonna go lash out, aren't you? You're going to lash out. You're saying, hold on, I made a promise and they're breaking it last minute. No, it's not right.
Yeah.
It's not right. It don't matter what Newcastle saying, oh, if we get 2 strikers, yeah, then there's the chat. It don't matter though. It don't matter because Newcastle will never play for your club again. He won't play for your club again. And if he does, will he give it to his best ability? Ask yourself that question. Will Isak, when he's on that pitch, give his performance to 100% of his ability? And I'm hearing this narrative, oh, we've got Champions League coming up. We don't want to sell our best player. He's not going to play for anywhere. He's not going to play for you. So the best thing you could do, and I'm surprised, right, what Newcastle fans really want to keep him because he's openly critiqued your club, and is that a player you want to let back in? Really?
He's done.
I'm confused.
Mr. Positive Niall says Isaac will want to play if at the end of the window he's still with Newcastle. He will apologise and be reintegrated with Eddie Howe. I'll hold you to that, bro. Tagged. That's why I left it on the screen so long. He also said, Mr. Positive Neil, Barcelona and Real and PSG will be in for next summer. Hold that. So let's let's have a look.
Seems like he knows everything, doesn't he?
Oh, okay. We get them in it. So the next one is, I think, confident. Yeah. Big up to Vito as well. Welcome to the channel, Vito. Big up to Vito. Vito Corleone. I think a confident Chiesa though, who starts trust more in great. Yeah, man. He is basically Chiesa is going to be like the way Origi was for Liverpool. The impact player that he'll come on and bang them goals in when we need to. And I think that's what we can utilize him for. He costs 10 million. I still think he's worth a lot more, but we got him for 10 million and I hold that. And yeah, man, big up to Chiesa. I didn't want him to go in the first place, bro. Did not want him to go in the first place. Wanted Chiesa to start at Liverpool and now he's staying at Liverpool. We got to Scotty. That's going into training today. Fans calling him a rat at the gates. Definitely make him stay. Is that true, bro? That's going into training today. Fans calling him a rat. Oh, yeah. That's it. Yeah. Definitely, bro. He ain't going back there. Big up to Vito as well. Vito also said, what percent are you both that Izak joins? I'm 99% that he's going to join, bro.
99.9.
American Scout says Vito takes 30 minutes time and the issue. It will blink. Oh yeah, whoever. That's what it is. It's a poker game. You get me? It's a poker game. Who blinks first? So let's move on to this next one. This is kind of directly linked with it as well. My brethren. He's crazy, man. Crazy about it. So this is direct link. Now, the problem we have. This is the problem. It seems like Brentford and Newcastle are working together. You get me? I know I'm a bit of a conspiracy theory. You get me? I like to say, oh, it's got to be so. I'm a suspicious guy. You get me? Sometimes you get me. So it says on there is a feeling that Brentford are delaying Joanna Wissa's move to Newcastle because they want to sell him to Tottenham instead, given their relationship with Thomas Frank, according to Craig. Craig, no hope. This has agreed a 28-year-old whose heart is set on Newcastle. Now, I don't get this, right? Wizza, which I think is a funny guy, yeah? At least he stamps his foot down, innit? He knows what he wants. Now, Wizza wants to go to Newcastle. Newcastle want Wizza. Brentford is holding it up, and it's the same with Isak. Isak wants to play for Liverpool.
The irony.
Exactly. Isak wants to go to Liverpool and Newcastle are holding it up. So this is the situation that we're in at the moment. So it's funny how Mr. Craig No Hope has reported it. The Newcastle man. What's your thoughts on this, Toto?
I just think it's very, very ironic of there's two sides to a story. There's always two sides to a story. Wissa wants to pursue his dream and go to Newcastle, but Brentford's stopping that dream. Isak is pursuing his dream to Liverpool to win trophies, and Newcastle is stopping that dream. It's very, very ironic. And with Brentford, that's their best striker. That's their best option, and they want to keep their best striker, right? But if Wissa don't want to play for Brentford and he's openly critiquing this club, Brentford should really get rid of him. But it's the same with Isak. There's always two sides. It's like it's duplicate. Brentford's trying the same thing. Newcastle wants that player, right? But Brentford's blocking it. But Newcastle really want that player. But it seems like as Liverpool want Isak, then Newcastle's blocking it. What's the difference? You know? But I think Wissa, look, he wants to leave Brentford. Brentford just let him go, in my opinion, because he will most likely not play for your club again. I just don't understand, why do you want to keep players that are really unhappy at your club?
No, I think with this situation, they agreed a fee for Wizza, and then what happened? Brentford changed their mind and wanted more money, and this is what the hold up is. They're trying to hold up the deal because they want more money. That's what it is. They want more money. wrong again. Mr. Positive Niall, wrong again. They said, for Craig, no hope. He said, if they get Wizza and Liverpool come in with a bid for 130 odd million, that will be fine. Mr. Positive Niall.
Where you get that from?
Huh?
Where did he get that from?
But they said if they had two strikers, brought Solo, Keith, then there was a chance. No, bro. I'm going to bring up the article in a minute, Mr. Positive Niall. Go ahead, Toto.
No, the thing is, with Liverpool, I think end of the day, we just offer the money. We just offer the money. If you want Isak, because Newcastle's been stubborn, and Isak's on a 3-year contract, so it doesn't matter what Isak does. Newcastle has full control, yet you're staying, which I think is really, really out of order. To be honest with you. I just think if a player wants to leave, he should leave, or he hands in a transfer request. There's nothing the club can do. I wish it was like that, but it wasn't, because Newcastle, even if Isak hands in a transfer request, Newcastle can just reject it just like that. No, you're staying. It's out of order.
There you go. If Newcastle were able to land with that in the next few days, and I'm expecting to be the next couple of days, Liverpool came to the table offering 130 million, and then Newcastle might have a decision to make. There you go. Positive Niall. 0 response. Go ahead, Toto.
Yeah, we just got to offer the money. Newcastle want that money. They want the money because they set that value. It's at 150 million it was, but now we've got to offer around 130 million pounds if Newcastle is going to consider it. So if we can get the money, if we can offer that money, because we've still got the Luis Diaz money. We've still got the Luis Diaz money, right? We haven't really spent nothing for Luis Diaz. So what's the problem? We can offer that money, 130 million pounds, or even above 100. We can offer 150 if we wanted to, because we've got money to spare. We haven't spent in ages.
Okay. This is to Niall, Mr. Positive Niall.
Shut your bitch ass up.
There you go. Go ahead, Toto.
But yeah, all Liverpool got to do, if we want Isak, is offer that money. Because there's still 11 days of the transfer window. It's not over yet. Liverpool still got the Luis Diaz money to spare. We haven't even spent in ages, right? So them PFA rules, we've got more free to spend. So we've sold players, and we can also get players as well. If we can get Isak 150 million and put in a bid, we'll have the player.
I always said the bid originally. I always said the bid was going to be 140 plus add-ons.
Look.
So there you go. I know. Let's move on to the next one now. That's what I always said, Toto. That's what I always said it was going to be 140 million plus add-ons. So the news is Marseille are interested in signing Tsimikas, who is expected to leave Liverpool this summer. Now, I'm happy about this one. I think Tsimikas was just one of those players, and we got too many left backs. You get me? We got Robbo. Some people say we should have kept Tsimikas. I just don't think Tsimikas is good enough for the football club. At least with Robbo being the vice captain, he offers something. I know he ain't got the pace like he used to. You get me? But he's still a leader. You get me? He's still a leader. So, what's your thoughts on this, Toto? I think it's a good move. And I reckon we could probably get about 30 million for him, for Tsimikas. How old is Tsimikas anyway? His late 20s?
20, yeah.
Yeah, so I still think we can get something for him. So what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's more money towards the Isak deal. Again, we sold Diaz, and now we're going to sell Costa Tsimikas for, I don't know how much, maybe 30 million. We can get like 100 million to spare, and we can put that towards Isak. So this is, I think, all these players that are outgoing.
Yeah,
we will gain some money from it to put more towards the Isak deal. Like, why is Newcastle, again, I always ask this question, why is Newcastle looking for a striker? But end of the day, I'm contracting this year. It's a good deal for us. It's a good deal for us. We get 30 million. We can use it towards more signings. And I think it's very, very positive for Liverpool. End of the day, I don't think Tsimikas will get any game time at Liverpool. I think he's done. I think he's done at Liverpool.
Yeah,
I just don't really see him playing.
Yeah, he's not. I don't even see him on the bench. You know, I didn't even see him on the bench. You know, when we played the other day, when they was doing all the subs, I didn't even see him there. I don't think I did, any. So we need to move him on. We can't let him go on a free like we always do with these players lately. We need to get a bit of money for him and see what we can do. I think, I could see him go to another club. He's still a good player, but he's just not good enough for Liverpool. He's just not good enough for Liverpool. People say that Robbo's not, but Robbo, he's still got something about him. You get me? I know he's lost that yard of pace, but like I said, he's still a leader, and he's good for Kirkes. What is Tsimikas gonna offer to Kirkes? Nothing. You get me? Nothing. At least with Robbo, we can offer leadership, experience with his football. He's been there and done it. It can help out Kirkes. You get me? Maybe down the road when Robbo starts signing out of Liverpool, yeah, when he starts leaving at Liverpool, he can we can bring in another left back. You get me? Another left back. But at the moment, yeah, I think this is a good move for Liverpool, and I think we should move him on. Toto.
Yeah, we should move him on. He won't get any game time at Liverpool now. There's too many clash there, and it would be better for him to get more. It'll be better to get more game time at a different club. It's just the way it is. I think Tsimikas will understand that he's not in Slat's plans for the future. So it's better to go to a different club and get more game time. That's probably the whole point of it. Is get more game time, get a value for him, get some money for him, and put it towards new signings. Because we still are looking for a winger and a striker. We've got one striker. We need a second striker now. So we need backup winger and a striker. That's all we need, really. But first priority is the striker. Because we know Chiesa can play there.
Yeah.
Chiesa can play wing, so it's one of our less priorities. I think our main priority is a second striker. A main striker. Because if Isak comes in for £130 million, Isak is straight into that starting 11, I'm sorry. Yeah, Ekitike will probably be on the bench then, and then maybe them two can battle for place. But we don't know how Ekitike. We don't know what Ekitike thinks of this. Ekitike might be positive with this. Don't mind taking a back step on the bench because Ekitike is young. So we can say all this: the battling for who's going to be the best striker, and they might be angered. We don't know anything. All we can do is predict. Ekitike could be happy with this. Don't mind taking a back step on the bench. And then Isak could be the starter. Again, we don't know nothing. All we can do is speculate, and the rest of the rival fans can speculate, but we really don't know nothing of how Ekitike feels. But if we don't know how Ekitike feels when Isak comes to the club, it could be all right. It could be all right. He can still be happy at the club on the bench. And also Ekitike, you're forgetting, can play left wing as well. So if Gakpo's on an off day, Ekitike can play on the left, you can play in both. So it's very, very versatility we got there. Isak can only play striker, so he's not really as versatile as Ekitike. That can play one extra position in him, which is left winger. But I think it's cool. It's cool what Liverpool are doing, because when Isak comes to the club, it's going to make us even more dangerous. And I think that's what the rival fans don't want us to have him. There's lots of rival fans saying, Newcastle, please keep him.
People that come on his channel that pretend to be Liverpool fans and they're not. Yeah, there's a lot of people that come on his channel pretend to be Liverpool fans and they're coming with the negative energy.
Yeah. And the thing is, there's so many fans begging Newcastle, please keep Isak. It's so funny. It's so funny when he does come to our club, and then we'll see, because our club is already dangerous now. Watch me get our winger in.
Listen,
we've already got Chiesa there, and Chiesa is absolutely amazing. So when Isak comes to the club, we're going to be dangerous, man. If
Isak comes to our club, all them people that were trolling and trying to give their little opinion, they'll all disappear. They'll probably come back as another. They'll change the profile name and they'll come back. And they'll come back as someone else. That's the internet for you, get me? But I will stay consistent, right? I'll put my head above the parapet, yeah? And I don't care. I'm still confident that Liverpool is going to land Isak this summer. I don't care what anyone says. And if I'm wrong, I'll stay consistent. If I'm wrong, I'll come out and I'll say I was wrong. That's it. But if I'm right, I'm going to let everybody know that I was right. And that's it. Either way, I don't care. I'm not going to be one of these people that double back and go, oh, no, I don't know. No, I'm still 100% sure. 100% sure. Not 99% sure. That's what I've said all along, that we're going to land Isak. And that's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Just stand up and you say your piece, man. You know what I mean? Don't say something and then you try and double back on it. Forget all that, yeah. Just stand your ground. You get me? Stand your ground. I'll just look with some more news, Toto.
Yeah.
Remember, guys, smash that like button as well.
Yeah, Scotty, Eze going to Arsenal. It'd be a good signing for Arsenal, but
I thought he was going to Spurs.
I don't know. I personally, I think Eze's more likely to go Arsenal. To be
Oh
fair,
yeah, Romano.
it's a good signing for them. It's a good signing for Arsenal.
Yeah, but he was linked to Spurs, and I took him to Spurs. He got left out again.
Yeah.
Spurs took too long, man. It took too long. Maybe he was holding out for Arsenal. Following talks tonight, Arsenal are convinced that Eze prefers to join them over Tottenham. This has been going on for a long time. This has for a couple of weeks. You know, this Eze thing. First, he was going to Arsenal, then Arsenal kind of pulled away. Then Spurs was about to buy him, yeah. And now it's delayed. Now it's gone back to Arsenal again. We'll see what happens because this story's going to change. This has been changing, or you know, like the easy. I think this summer transfer window, yeah. This has probably been the second biggest story. This Eze one. You get me? It's been Eze because first he was linked to Arsenal, then he was linked to Spurs, then he was linked to Arsenal, then he was linked to Spurs. So it is what it is. So 6 million package offered to Palace, and with easy add-ons, faster payment terms to try and beat Spurs. Negotiations underway. So Arsenal are trying to fast track it to beat Spurs. It's crazy, man. Crazy. You just look for something else. All right. Guys, remember, smack the like button.
Arsenal just come in, Bomber. Yeah, Eze's definitely going to Arsenal.
Another Bomber, is it?
I think he was never going to Tottenham. To be fair, Arsenal always had his eyes on him. For
Did that come in just now?
Yeah, Scotty just says he's just coming now. For Arsenal.
Is that one that's on the screen? I can't see nothing. Who's reported it, bro? There's one from Indy.
He's meant to say no to Spurs. Yeah, he was never going to Spurs. I reckon if Spurs actually offered the money, maybe.
Arsenal officials reached out to Crystal Palace at 4 p.m. Eze was driving when he got that call afterwards. He's been eyeing up this move since day one, and when he heard the news, he couldn't contain himself. So there you go. Spurs got done again. You ain't getting in Spurs. It's over. Oh, it's like Indy. Big up to Indy, man. Indy always, he knows what he's saying. Get me? Big up to Indy.
Yeah, Indy's always been great this transfer window, man. He's finally getting the credit that he deserves.
Yeah.
There's another one as well that Liverpool might have a £130 million bid waiting. We're just waiting for that bid, man. You know, if we can offer that money, Newcastle will accept. It's nothing to do with the signings. If we offer Newcastle the money, a value that they can't refuse, we'll be going for him, and that's just the way it is. We're willing to break the transfer record again, and Liverpool was willing. We forgot what they said as well. Liverpool was willing to break it again. That's another thing we're forgetting. They're willing to break the transfer record again on Isak. So 130 million, I think, will be the right bid for him. Personally, I think Liverpool's going higher than that. So they're definitely going to give a value that Newcastle can't refuse. Because if we go over value, you know, why would Newcastle refuse it? I don't have a clue. But if we can offer the money, he'll definitely join us. Like again, Wissa, just asking Brentford to go to Newcastle. I think if Newcastle gets Wissa, I think that's Liverpool concerned.
That's for Monday. You go to war, bro. Hey, Cody got balls getting ready to war. You get me? That's what we go to Newcastle, man. We're gonna need our hard hats. You get me? Going into the stadium. I hope they got a bulletproof. What do you call it? A coach. You get me?
Yeah.
We're gonna see how classy the Newcastle fans are because one of their players don't want to start their dusty club. Don't care who comes on there. Don't care what anyone says. You don't want to start the dusty club.
Look, football's a pecking order.
So you could come in here, yeah. And that's it. Yeah, it's funny, man.
You got world class teams.
Liverpool teams. That's actually from the Liverpool Twitter.
No way.
The official, yeah. That's not been that's not like what some fans made up. That's actually from the Liverpool thing.
Really?
Yeah. I saw it on the Liverpool thing today. That's crazy, man. Look at that, man. Golden night, mate. You're gonna need some knee pads as well, bro. Knee pads, bro. Trust me.
Elbow pads.
Yeah, man. You need a flipping finger, one of those the things to cover your face. Well, make sure you wear a gum shield. Take it from Endo, man.
Yeah,
Endo.
yeah.
Endo knows best, man. Trust me. Endo knows best. You need that gum shield, man. It's gonna be crazy.
It's why we'll play Endo in this game.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I will play Endo.
Not to start off with, though.
No, not start off with.
Let's see how it goes.
I would. Yeah, Endo's more for a player that comes off the bench, really. So
Nah. Let's see how it goes first. If Gravenberch starts getting hooked up by Joe Linton, yeah, then you got to bring on Endo, ain't ya? Because Endo is willing to put his whole body on the line.
Endo's strong. He's strong in the middle.
He's not fast, but he's strong.
Yeah.
He's, his gravity, sense of gravity. He's like some people think, oh yeah, he's not fast. Yeah, but he's not fast. Yeah, I understand that, but he's strong, man. You get me? And I wouldn't start Endo. I would not start Endo. I think would be good in this match. McAllister would be good in this match. I would start Subbo's left. For me, Szoboszlai is starting in this game. My midfield is going to be Szoboszlai. It's going to be people that's, I wouldn't start Wirtz, in this game. I don't know why. I just wouldn't start Florian Wirtz. I would start Szoboszlai. I would start just because it's this game. Any other game, I'd start Wirtz. But I would start Szoboszlai. I would start McAllister. Yeah, and I would start Endo. Not Gravenberch, because I remember when Gravenberch played against Newcastle last season, yeah, and he got flung around. He did. You get me? He got flung around, and I think we should start them three. What's your thoughts in the chat room? We've got 25 people watching us in the house. What do you guys think? Who would be your midfield to start Newcastle? Who's your midfield? We're going to be heading off in a minute, anyway, guys. We're going to head. I've forgotten something to do, but let's get a quick question before we head off. Who's going to be your midfield against Newcastle? I just want to hear it. What's your midfield, Toto?
Maka, Gravenberch, and Saba. That's my midfield.
You started going with Saba and Maka. Fair enough. Yeah, definitely a red card up in it. Yeah, look at that. Graves. Oi. I watch Graham Souness. Go and watch Graham Souness on YouTube, man. This is ideal for Graham Souness. You know who this is ideal for as well? I saw on YouTube results the old classic, the classic Liverpool games, yeah. Razor Ruddock. Razor Ruddock, yeah, would smash Joe Linton into the cup. It's smash him into the cup. Go and watch YouTube and type in Razor Ruddock, yeah. Liverpool Razor Ruddock. He's tackles. He's up there with Vinnie Jones. You know how you see Vinnie Jones on the YouTube? He's like that. And Razor Ruddock is a big geezer as well. Razor Ruddock would smash Joe Linton. Smash him. Get Graham Souness and Razor Ruddock. Smash them up. No problem. This is made for them. Badro said Szoboszlai, Jones, and Gravenberch. Yeah, similar to mine, but instead of Gravenberch, I'd have Endo. But I know what you're saying. That would probably be the common one, Sabo Jones. Nah. What am I talking about, Jones?
No, not Jones.
What am I talking about? I just realized, forget Jones, bro. I'm not starting Jones, bro. No way.
McAllister?
McAllister could handle this. McAllister, Sabo, and Endo for me. He said Sabo, Jones, and Gravenberch. Fair enough. That's your opinion. Fair enough. I just don't think Jones is I don't think Jones is some people rate Jones. I just don't rate Jones, you get me? I just don't think he's that good. He's just aggravating. There we go. Got another release note here. Where people begin at. There we go. Let's have a look at this one. It's from Indy. Indy just put it on there. When Alexander Isak released his statement, you could sense attention at the PFA Awards. People began animatedly telling each other of the Swedes' social media. This is why I've done it. It was done by design, and he done it why the awards was happening. You get me? The PFA Awards. Remember, he was supposed to be there, you know, and he politely declined to go. You get me? He didn't want to go to the PFA Awards. He said he never felt right. And it says more than a few players raised their eyebrows. Everyone was talking. Everybody was talking about it in the awards, by the way. No, I don't know Jones. I think he holds onto the ball too much. I think he holds onto the ball too much, and he loses the ball, and he's just not consistent, in my opinion. And I would never have him in this game. It's because he holds onto the ball too much. I'm a bit skeptical having Gravenberch in the game. I want someone, because you got to think about it. We're coming up against Newcastle. We're going to have some bad boy midfielders. They will be aggressive. Go and watch the last game we had with Newcastle. If you've got it here, go and watch the last game. How Gravenberch got bodied through that game. He got pushed around like a little kid, didn't he? And I think the same thing. I could see Jones holding onto the ball too much and losing the ball in midfield, and we can't afford that, bro. We can't afford that. This is why I'm a bit skeptical having Wirtz. Now I think he's gonna probably start Wirtz. The manager's probably gonna start Wirtz, Florian Wirtz, but I wouldn't start him. You get me? I wouldn't start him. I would have Gravenberch. No, I would have Szoboszlai. I would have Endo, and I would have McAllister. That would be my free midfield, only for this game. Only for this game. Because you know how the midfield of Newcastle are, how physical they are. I'm not starting Jones, not in my opinion. I know some people like Jones. He's one of them players. Some people like him, some people don't. I don't like him. I just don't rate him. And I think in this game he would lose the ball in midfield because he'd hold onto the ball too much, and we'll get done on a counter attack. I could see it. But with Szoboszlai, the reason why I would have Szoboszlai over Jones is because Szoboszlai is fast, he's got a lot of energy, and he's physical. And I think he can match physicality with the Newcastle midfield as well. You get me? That's why I'd have Szoboszlai. Now, if it was a normal game, any other team, I probably wouldn't have Szoboszlai in the team. He'd probably be on the bench. But for this game, Szoboszlai is definitely the one I would pick, and Endo and McAllister. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I wouldn't start Florian Wirtz. He'd send him to hospital, all right. He would be targeted. But look at Florian Wirtz. I saw Florian Wirtz in the last game that he had. You can see he hasn't got the physicality yet. He will get the physicality. He's just started the Premier League. You get me? So he's not gonna. He hasn't got the physicality. He has to learn. He's young. He'll get there. But in this game, right, because it's his second game of the campaign, I would not start Florian Wirtz in this game. Now, if it was Arsenal or Man City or West Ham or any other team, I would, but not this game. For two reasons. One, we know the game's going to be physical because it's Newcastle. And two, it will be physical because it's Newcastle, because what happened with Isak. But yeah, man. See what else anymore in the chat room. Let's have a look. Any more news before we head off, guys? Just checking before we go off in line. Yeah, there you go. Breaking news. Arsenal reach an agreement for Eze. So it's official. It's official right there. David Ornstein. Right there. So they got the man. Arsenal reached an agreement in principle for Crystal Palace to sign as a deal worth around 68 million. Release clause matching with we're ready to pay. Personal terms closed. 27-year-old plays for Crystal Palace. On there you go. Medical will be booked. So Arsenal got there, man. And Spurs never. So there you go. That's a good signing for Arsenal. That's a good signing. Very good player, Eze. Very good player. That's a good signing for them, man. Very good signing. I thought they gave up on it. I did. I told you, bro. I'm not gonna say it again. I told you, bro. You know how I stay. You know how I stay. You know how I stay. You know what I said, and I'm gonna stick to it, bro. I'm gonna stick to it. I'm 99% there. But Toto, anything you want to say before we head off, guys?
Oh, nothing else to say. I'm going to say it again. ESAT deal will get done by the end of the window. We'll stick to that. I'm not going to backtrack. And hopefully we can do good against Newcastle this week. Big game this week, and we've got to see how the boys do.
Let me just check if F1 is this week. I'm just double checking if it is this week or not next week. It might be next week, I might have to do that. Yeah, I'm just checking. The next one is the Dutch Grand Prix. It's next week.
It's next week.
Yeah, so we can do the video tomorrow.
Yeah.
31st of August. That's when the Dutch Grand Prix is. So it's next week. There you go. So there's no rush in it.
No rush.
I really thought, that it was thinking, so we could do it. We can do it on tomorrow. We can do it tomorrow if there's no football news. So Toto, what are you saying, man? What are you saying before we head off?
I'm just saying, thanks for the people who joined, and hopefully we beat Newcastle this week. It's a big game this week for the boys, and this is the first proper high intensity game. Of course, Premier League is high intensity, but you know what I mean, like proper high intensity game is going to be against Newcastle, and we've got to see how they hold up. I think Vert shouldn't start for this game. It's a big game. Vert has barely had any Premier League experience, so it will be I think it'll be Sobbo in the 10, Maka, Gravenberch. Now, if it was my way, I will go for Maka and Ender in the two CDMs, because I know they're both strong. Szoboszlai's strong, he can hold his own, and I think all three experience, plus Gravenberch's experience as well, but I think Gravenberch can sometimes get bullied around a bit. But maybe he's got better in them physical-wise, we don't know.
Big up to everybody on TikTok as well. Wolf, I can see you. Big up to you. Big up to Nazari. Big up to Declan. Big up to everybody joining us on TikTok. Remember, guys, the guys on TikTok, if you want to follow, subscribe to us on YouTube, just come onto our channel. It's Solo P1, and it's called Keep It Sports. Just type in @KeepItSport, and you'll find our channel on there. We're actually live now. We've got people watching. Guys, we're going to be heading off in a minute. Can you please smack those like buttons, and big up to everybody on TikTok as well. I appreciate all the TikTokers. We've got 9 likes. Let's try and get it to 15 likes before we go. 9 likes. Got over 13 people watching us. 9 likes, guys. Smack the like button. If you haven't smacked the like button, smack those like buttons. So yeah, this last bit of news has come from your last night. There is now a divide in Newcastle, which is true, by the way. Not just because Craig No Hope said it, but there's a divide in Newcastle. There was supposed to be a meeting today. Nothing's come out of the meeting at the moment. And basically what they're saying is some of the teammates want him to go, and some of the teammates don't really care, but there's a divide. Now, once you get a divide, once the divide comes between the team, you have to let him go. That's how it goes. Once that divide comes, you have to let him go. Now, like I said, we're in the perfect position, Toto. This is just my last speech before we head off. We're in the perfect position, okay? We're in a position where we can sit and wait. Now, if Newcastle don't want to sell, and they say, no, we're going to keep him, what will happen is we'll sit back, we're fine. We'll go out and get a left winger. We're going to buy Barcola. We're going to buy Rodrigo as a left winger who can play central as well. And when January comes, or next summer, we will be able to get Isaac, and we'll get him for a lot cheaper because then he'll have 2 years left on his contract. So if they want to keep a sick ninja at their team, that's up to them, innit? And like I said, I still think we're getting Isaac this summer. But if we don't get Isaac this summer, I'll come out and say, okay, I was wrong. We'll move on to January. And if we don't get him in January, I'll say that's fine. We'll move on to next summer. Either way, we're going to get Isaac because he wants to play for Liverpool and Liverpool want Isaac. And that's all what matters. That's all what matters. We might not get him. And people say we're not going to get him in the summer. I still think we are. But if we don't get him, we'll wait till January. And if not till January, next summer. And then next summer, he'll probably be 90 million. So either way, we win. Because we've got Ekitike. We're going to bring in another winger who can play central as well, like I said. And we'll be good. We've got Florian Wirtz. We're gonna get Mark Guay. We're good. But the biggest question is, are Newcastle good? And the answer is no. And that's it, man. That's what it boils down to. That's my speech. That's my speech, Toto. Yeah. And eventually, Newcastle, and eventually, Isaac gonna say to Newcastle,
You're fired!
What? That's it. Anything you want to say, Toto, before we head off to the masses watching us?
Nothing else to say. Just say whoever's watching, like the video, and thanks everyone for joining in.
See you later, guys, tomorrow for the transfer video. Big up to the man them, big up to the woman them. Big up. Thanks for joining us today, guys. I appreciate it. Even the trolls that stumbled across and had to head off to change the profile picture. Big up to everybody. See you later, guys. Boom.